you see these signs, you better look up. When you see these signs, you better look up. Yeah, I've been walking through the fire, clothes smell like doubt. Seen the waves over my head, still I never drown. Mama praying in the kitchen, tears on the tile. Say the world getting darker, but that's been for a while. Scroll for the rumors, every headline was. Everybody got a platform, nobody show. I've been hearing in my spirit, boy, your time close. Got my eyes past the clouds, I don't ride low. Used to chase change, now I chase change. Used to pop pain, now I drop shame. I was stuck, I was broke in my own mind. Then he said, watch close when I show signs. When you see these signs, look up. Your redemption's getting near, don't run. Keep your head to the sky, don't fall. Yeah, we made for the storm, stand bold. When you see these signs, look up. Every tear, every scar, that's love. He gon' pull you out the dirt, no fear. When you see these signs, know your redemption here. Yeah, I remember late nights, eyes red, no sleep. Heart heavy like the rent, pain 7 feet deep. Homies lost on the corner, stuck in the loop. I was one bad choice from the same root. Then I heard that still voice in the backlash. Son, I paid that price, that's past tense. Every time I slip, Grace said stand up. Every time I trip, he still manned up. See the storms getting closer, I don't panic though. Cause the hands on my life set the tempo. Prophecies playing out, I ain't surprised. I just tighten up my walk, keep my lamp high. When you see these signs, look up. Your redemption getting near, don't run. Keep your head to the sky, don't fall. Yeah, we made for the storm, stand bold. When you see these signs, look up. Every tear, every scar, that's love. He gon' pull you out the dirt, no fear. When you see these signs, know your redemption here. I've been down bad, he was still that close. I was off track, he was still that road. I was lost, but I never left his sight. Every sign's just a signal in the night. Hands up high when the sky turn red. Even if I'm hanging on by a thread, I know who gon' catch me if I drop. So when I see the signs, I look up, not to stop. These signs, look up. Your redemption's getting near, don't run. Keep your head to the sky, don't fall. Yeah, we made for the storm, stand bold. When you see these signs, look up. Every tear, every scar, that's love. He gon' pull you out the dirt, no fear. When you see these signs, know your redemption here. Redemption here.
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom, Zion.
Hope everybody had a blessed Shabbat.
All praises, I know I
All
did.
praise to the Most High. Another week in Babylon
So grateful for the rest.
with all the goddamn chaotic
Wickedness.
wickedness. Man, it's just been a hell of a week, man.
Mm-hmm.
A lot going on.
It's getting more wicked by the week.
Yeah, it is. It's getting like real intense around the earth, especially in America, aka Babylon.
Yeah. They trying to unalive as many of our people as they can through any means.
Yep, exactly right.
They just
Go ahead.
they just sent a text message for your man's over here wanting him to come get him a flu shot.
Oh shit! I don't think them people want to see me.
They trying, it's that time of year, they want everybody to come get something put up in you.
Right.
Pause.
Yeah, but again, man, it's a lot going on. Y'all know we got some information.
They
We
can't
got
leave
some,
our people alone for nothing. They are
right,
obsessed with us.
right. We got proof. We got all kind of stuff. But um, shout out to Brother Rod for sending us that information about the young man, or he wasn't that young. I think he was 38 years old, something like that. That got hung. Now I don't know what state it's in. I haven't, really gotten into that. What state he in? Shalom, shalom, brother Linzel.
Shalom.
Glad to see you up in the building as always. But I don't know what state that this 38-year-old man was from. Um, let me look it up right quick though.
Okay.
It's not enough. We got nothing
Yeah,
to
I
do with
know.
that stuff.
We good back here.
You know what? Maybe it's that light off there that somebody probably
okay.
turned on
Okay.
in there. But let me go to it right quick.
That's why I said these people. What's that? Meme, that sound bite that was going around, when you black, you never really lonely because it's always a white person. Just the obsession is televised for sure. The way they just lurking and harassing our people, and then you got the whole unalivings via hangings, and it's like we crying out like this is not how those of our people who do want to take their own life, this is not the way that they go out. And I truly believe that when people say, finding the people that did it, it's not an individual, it's not a group, it's the people who actually physically do it. It's the police, it's the medical examiners, it's the prosecutors, it's systematic. That's why this gets looked over and brushed off, because it never went away. It's been going on for forever. So they probably looking at us like, what's the outrage? We never stopped doing this to y'all. But the
Exactly.
cameras and the social media and the way we can communicate with people all over the world is putting it, on Front Street.
Right, and social media, it's a good and a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? You can get good out of it. You can get the bad out of it too.
Yeah.
But let me read a part of this article about this situation. And this is in Roanoke Rapids. I don't know where the hell that is. It said Roanoke Rapids police said a 38-year-old man was found dead Friday in an apparent hanging that drew attention in the community and on social media. Police chief, and see, that's what a good thing come out at, as far as it being on social media, because the main media, they don't cover this shit.
North Carolina.
So it's in North Carolina. So it says police chief Lawrence Wiggins said Demetri Fleming was already dead when emergency crews arrived. He was found at a home on Roanoke Avenue, connected to literature. And this is whoever. We're treating this as an open, equivocal death investigation. The Roanoke Rapids Police Department is committed to finding the facts and reporting them, Wiggins said. This investigation is in its infancy, and it is important to neither make nor perpetrate assumption as facts. The evidence will provide the conclusion. Anything else will create more confusion. Police did not say what type of literature was involved. The nature of the death has drawn significant attention in the community, and speculation spread about what happened on social media In downtown Raleigh last weekend, another man was found hanging from a tree. That man also died, and investigators ruled his death a suicide. So I'm just gonna stop right there. That's enough, you know what I'm saying, that we didn't heard as far as what these people put out there. You know, especially saying that this is a suicide. We all know better than that. You know, especially black people. We know better than that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they use the media to confuse us anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they leave out
Sorcery.
shit, right? They leave out shit, so we can't figure things out or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's like,
You have to do your own journalism
right,
and investigation.
and you have to have your own, you know, discernment of
Mm-hmm.
what the hell is going on.
Right. Just like we had that person come up here last week or the week before. Nobody can convince us. We are rooted in this truth and in this understanding. So nobody can come and convince us or sway us that these people are doing this because they want out of here. No, it's being done to them, just like it's being done since our people was forced to come over here.
Exactly. Right. Like what's changed, but the times that we're in.
And systematically, they don't want to catch the perpetrators.
No. Exactly. Right. They don't give a shit.
The medical examiner don't care.
No.
Slap that suicide on there and give me the next corpse.
Exactly. Right. But you know, it's a shame that we keep hearing these stories. It seems like, you know, these stories are common now, and it's
Yes.
like, you know what I'm saying, like back to back, you know, and it's like, god damn, man, we really got to watch ourselves. You know what I'm saying, being in these rural places,
Yeah.
and, you know,
By yourself.
by yourself, right? Exactly.
Around fake friends,
Exactly.
alleged friends.
You know, and just like, you know, my wife said, as far as, you know, the police, you know what I'm saying? You know, people of authority. You know, we don't know. It can be them doing that shit. That's what I'm saying. They used to do it back in our past or whatnot.
Yeah.
Why they can't do it now and get away with this shit? They get away with a lot of shit.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? As far as dealing with our people or whatnot. And what the hell can we do? You know what I'm saying? It's one of the curses.
Cry out to the Most High.
Or that's the only thing we can do. But we gotta look and see, you know, as far as looking at the curses, we wasn't gonna have no might.
Mm-hmm.
As far as, you know, these things that's happening to us or whatnot.
Yep.
And then we got our own people who blinded, you know, behind this shit and feel like, you know, our enemy is really our ally. You know?
Yeah, we historically we've always wanted to be with the heathens, accepted by them. So the Most High, like, okay, I'm gonna show you then. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna put you into the hand of your enemy and let you see what it's like to want somebody over you other than me.
Exactly. But going into another subject, the situation in Indiana. You know, I know y'all probably heard about that.
Oh yes.
People been without power for, you know, over a week now. You know, some people still don't have power. And it's mostly, you know, where
Jake.
the black people live, exactly. And we already know if that happened to another, you know, a white community or whatever, then you will have people coming from other states, you know, to help get their power, restore their power or whatever. But when it come to us, just like what happened in New Orleans or whatever, that flood that happened, and, you know, they didn't give us no help like that, you know. But we got videos of, you know, people talking about it or whatever, and we gonna go on and get into that. We'll be right back, y'all.
Listen, that's a goddamn shame what's going on in Gary, Indiana. Them folks been without power for 2 weeks. If that was any other state, Florida, Texas, California, power companies from all over the fucking country, Trucks would be lined up long as the eye can see, and they'd have been in there and they'd have got that shit cleaned up and got them people up running. But nah, this is Gary. They sitting on their motherfucking hands on them black folks, man. I'm going to tell you something, man. We having one of the hottest summers on record. So I can imagine what these folks going through. The frustration, the sickness. This should be water stations, cooling stations, medical tents, food trucks from all over the country in that motherfucker to help them people, man. Listen to what I'm telling you, man. But I guarantee you, if you go to the nice part, that bitch probably lit up like a Christmas tree. See, they only do certain people like that, man. I love the way the community is coming together out there. All them brothers, the pit masters, barbecuing for the communities and shit. Unity. Because you got to stay on top of these motherfuckers, because when you need the help, you see the position that you're sitting in. The crazy part about this is, I didn't learn about this shit on the news. I found out through TikTok. So all your major news outlets are sweeping this type of shit up under the rug, man. You know what motherfuckers are talking about? Is Trump having an affair with one of his aides that worked for him in the White House. Shit like that. But folks, man, suffering like a motherfucker right now, man. This is America, boy. See, you need to take this as lesson learned, and I'm not just talking about Indiana. I'm talking about all the fucking states, man. Because it could be Gary today. It could be your motherfucking state the next day. And you see what the outcome can be. You better motherfucking stack up on your shit. You better go get water and stack that motherfucker from the floor to the ceiling. Get your generators. Get all your shit, man, so you don't have to worry about these bitches that like to keep their foot on your neck, man. Because I'm going to tell you something. Hard times is coming to this motherfucker. This right here ain't nothing but an eye-opener. This should be a lesson to a lot of folks, man. You better save up on that motherfucking bread, man, and start buying shit that you need. All them clothes y'all buying, all that jewelry y'all buying, all them shoes and all that crazy shit. You see when the crisis hit, you can't eat your shoes. You can't drink your clothes. I'm telling you, man, you better get ready. Y'all stay up out there. Get it out the mud.
You know, he said a lot of important shit, you know, because this shit can happen. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to get into other videos as far as the power grid and all that stuff, you know. I know y'all seen the thumbnail or whatnot. But we really need to be getting prepared. You know what I'm saying? Just like he said, generators, water, food, you know, canned goods or whatever. Whatever else possibly you can think of. I was watching this TikTok video of this dude where he had some batteries, and the batteries, you know, these car batteries was giving him light, giving him electricity or whatnot through this, I forgot the name. I think it's an innovator or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It's similar to a amp, but he got a video on TikTok showing you how, you know, he gonna have some electricity if the power go out. You know, and a lot of people been talking about the power going out, the grid, you know, going down, and the grid being old as it is, and, you know, the grid being attacked. You know what I'm saying? So we got to, like, really, you know, like, be mindful and you know, like, really think this shit can happen to us.
Right.
You know, because at one point in time, it did happen to, like, half of America or whatnot. You know, this when we, like, kind of first, like, got together. If y'all can remember when the lights went out, the power went out, you know, across the whole eastern United States. That shit was crazy.
It was. I'm so glad you played this, brother, because this was my kind of like commentary too. I know a lot of people like, oh, it was the storm. And I don't doubt if it was the storm, whether it was a CERN storm or whether it was the organic storm from the Lord. But the storm ain't why you still out of power, like he said. The affluent neighborhoods, just like when you brought up Hurricane Katrina, the affluent neighborhoods and the white people, they got help. FEMA helped them. The black people got abandoned on top of their roof, picked off by mercenary companies, if we're going to keep it a stack, and just left, till when they absolutely had no choice but to open up that dome and let them come up in there. So many black people were just left stranded. And I feel like the same thing. When I was a kid, we used to visit Gary, Indiana yearly for church conventions. And so when I'm hearing this, I'm like, oh my God, because it is a black city. Now we've seen, and like him, we learned from TikTok. Well, I learned about it from my husband, who learned about it from TikTok.
Yep, social media.
I have seen some white families who've been affected as well. Mostly it's our people. And the last one I seen, it was day 8. And then I seen these arrogant, pompous Edomites, Caucasian people. The food lines, he was talking about like people coming together and barbecuing and making plates for the community. So it was lines of black people lined up for food, right? Because they can't cook. And if you can't cook, what you gonna do with the food afterwards? Because by day 8, your refrigerator is obsolete.
Yeah.
It's white people in the comments talking stuff. I bet you they wouldn't get in no line like this for a job. And people had to check them like, dude, these people just went through a disaster. Don't look like FEMA giving a damn being sent out. Red Cross, none of that stuff that's supposed to be in place for these type of disasters. They came and got, like he said, y'all can go a state over, pay them people double time. They'll come over there, the different crews, because from what I found out, they only have one power company to service the area. So they trying to play it like that, like they're just so overwhelmed. Y'all know how people roll, pay them time and a half. The other power company employees will come, get rid of the trees, and restore the power lines if you wanted it. If you cared about the people having it. They don't care about the outcry of the poor black people. But like they said, some of the more affluent areas surrounding Gary, they got electricity. Just like certain buses and boats got whites only up out of Katrina.
Facts.
So that's my whole thing. This is not 100% organic. A lot of people saying this is a beta test. They're trying to see how much they can push the people with lack of resources before people go ape
shit. Right.
And start turning on each other.
Exactly.
For resources.
Right. And it's a good thing that he pointed out too, that, people came, united or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we need to have in our minds or whatnot, and be an example to other people, our other people or whatnot. Like we don't want to. You don't want to get in that state of mind where, oh, what I'm gonna do, or I'm gonna die, so I got to take this from my neighbor or whatever and shit, meaning my brother or whatnot. So it's we already know it's more to come.
Right. And we got to come together because ain't nobody else going to try to save us.
Exactly. Right. They didn't already show us too many times. It's not, you know what I'm saying, no secret of how they feel about us and to know that they don't give a shit about us. Right. Just like Michael Jackson and shit. They don't really care about us. But to the point that you made as far as, you know what I'm saying, and this stuff, people talking about this stuff. We got Charlemagne speaking on it, and we'll be right back, y'all.
Be the bearer of bad news, but you're probably going to see a lot of mass blackouts in the future all over the country because the infrastructure in a lot of these areas is old. Climate change is making the weather more extreme. You got electricity skyrocketing because of all of the artificial intelligence data centers and electric vehicles that are going to be, created. So it's going to be bad. And, when it comes to like cyber attacks in other countries, a lot of experts say that, they could hit those those grids.
Yeah, those grids and power
Yeah.
plants. But
Yeah.
like you said, the sad thing about it is a lot of the infrastructure was already bad, right? That,
Yep.
You look at the
Yes.
same areas that keep getting flooded over and over and over again. It's been 10 years and the same
Yep.
areas being flooded. We keep getting the same blackout. So, like Charlamagne said, it's gonna get worse.
And it's
Unfortunately.
just a lack of investment in the things that are important. Like, we know that the infrastructure needed to be updated.
Yeah.
We haven't done what we need to do in regards to climate change. So a lot of these things are problems of our own making.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think about it. They not worried about the power grid and all that stuff. They worried about wars, Trump ballroom, and other stuff that don't even really matter like that. Just like he said, as far as with like them data centers or whatnot, those data centers are taking a lot of power from the power grid. So, it's overloading the power grid and, they're expecting for blackouts to happen. So, that's another thing too. It's different situations, different things that can happen. Not to mention cyber attacks. You have to understand, we at war with another country. Well, we ain't at war, but America is at war with Iran. Iran, they throwing cyber attacks, with the water and all that stuff, and they dare America fuck with our energy if y'all want to. Then we gonna fuck with y'all energy. And they've been, you know what I'm saying, like whatever they say they gonna do, they do it. We've witnessed that.
Yeah.
But
I just wanted to say that when it comes to average everyday American citizens, white collar, blue collar, if it's still a middle class, no one cares. No one cares about us. They care more about powering a data center that the people don't even want, the people have protested and voted against, than citizens having power.
Exactly.
You got old people, you got sick people who need oxygen, depending on what kind of generator you got, especially if it's fueled by gas or something, that's limited. It's so many scenarios. They show videos of people lined up at the nearest gas station in Gary begging people not to hog the gas.
right, Shalom, brother Aria.
You reading that?
I need to get the scripture because
yeah.
It's not fully in there.
They don't care about the people lack of resources. They actually prefer it that way, if we're gonna be honest. The government, the powers that be, the higher ups, don't want families to thrive and have resources as if they created the resources. God gave us these resources and they take them and hoard them, and they want people to suffer and die.
Right. Brother Lenzel gave us a scripture. This is Psalms 49:11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. Right, and these people think that their kingdom gonna last forever. They want to jump in comments and all that stuff and talk shit about black people. They won't go line up like that for a job and all that shit, but let them sit back and wait, because judgment is coming on these people. We got more videos that I want to get into, because these people know what the hell. Some of these people know what the hell going on, and they fighting they ass off to try to save this country. But as we know what the scripture says, we tried to heal Babylon, but Babylon can't be healed. One scripture that I don't know where it's at, but it says, "Get in the dark." It's talking about Babylon being put in the dark. And I really believe that's gonna happen. I've been talking about this years ago, as far as EMPs, China, Iran, and Russia sending EMPs to cut the damn power out over here. Like, this shit is gonna happen. It's in the goddamn scriptures. That we go over, that we've been going over for a long time now. And it seemed like all this stuff is coming to fruition. Right?
I don't know. I didn't know if you wanted it. Is this the one you wanted?
Yeah, okay. This is what is this? Isaiah 47:5. And it reads, it says, "Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms." And we seeing that right now. Mm-hmm. We see America falling.
Being dethroned.
Exactly, right. And these people is going crazy.
They cannot handle being at the back of the line.
They sure can't. Let's look at this one video. Okay, this video right here of this man right here, and he's, you can tell he's pissed off, and I'm gonna show somebody else who pissed off too. But let's get into this video, and we'll be right back, y'all.
I've never seen anything like this. Who's crazier, Trump or us? How can we not be grown-ups and say, that man's a loon? Get him out of there before he kills us all. Nobody says this. My country's pathetic right now in the political system. It's a show. It's PR. Anything can get said. There's no planning. There's no systematic review. There are no checks and balances. There's nothing. And this was true with Biden, but it's much worse with Trump. I just want to say we're dealing with psychology here in the most individual sense. This is denied every moment of public discourse. It's just amazing. Take what happened in the last 3 days. First, the president said, I'm going to blow up everything. I'm going to kill all of you. That's normal. Then you have the commentators. Oh, will he kill everybody? Well, that's an interesting question. Not, are we in the hands of a madman? Nothing like that. Not one commentary says, that's a little strange for the president of the United States to be talking like that. Like Adolf Hitler. No, not even a mention that this is a little strange. Then 2 days later, when he decides he's not going to kill everyone, he says, we're close to an agreement. And of course, there was no negotiation.
And this is what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people are blind. And especially these Caucasians, these cave dwellers, these colonizers. You know what I'm saying? All they thinking is how can we still be in control? Mm-hmm. We got to keep control.
By any means
necessary. Any means necessary, right. If we got to die, if we got to going down, hey.
World dominance.
Exactly, right. These people don't want to lose their dominance.
Mm-hmm. They'll see him being a madman, crazy.
Right, exactly.
They'll look the other way.
Right.
When they people...
And try to make some sense of the shit that he doing. And it's like, no, you can't make no sense of this, man. It's
But because it's white, it's got to be right.
It got to be right. It got to be right. Oh, don't listen to those people over there. They... Don't listen to them color folks. They don't know what the hell they talking about. You see, they're in the gutter and all that stuff. And, we can't listen to them. But I got another video, right? I got another video of this cave dweller or whatever mentioning us. So let's get into this video. This is a let me just let y'all listen to the video. We get back to y'all.
So let me be clear. America has officially hit $40 trillion of debt for the first time in recorded history. Things are not going well here. In the last 2 days, JP Morgan Chase announced that because of the impending fertilizer
clear
shortage,
that we are watching the fall of the American empire in real time. And there is a stark difference in the way that the white community is responding and how the black community is responding. The black community en masse has completely withdrawn. They fought, they campaigned, they warned us, and we chose the orange man anyway. And they're out. The white community, on the other hand, is fighting, those of us who aren't under Trump's spell. And there is this real sentiment that if we can just get Trump out of the way, then we can all get back to normal. But the thing is, that's not what God is doing. And I'm not a nihilist, but we're missing the point. The point is this white supremacist system has wreaked enough havoc. Enough. And God is judging it. And the fact that we are clinging so hard to it makes me wonder, what does the black community see that we don't, that's allowing them to totally let go right now?
What do we see? What do the black people see?
First of all, most black people with some sense ain't about to try to hold on to a white supremacist rule.
Nah.
So that alone make us detach.
Exactly. Let this goddamn place fall.
We tired of being y'all servants and y'all making us feel like we're subservient to y'all.
Exactly. Right.
So
right.
yes, we detached. Plus, we know what it's like to live off rice and beans.
Right.
Y'all don't.
Exactly. And then, that's why we look at our people who want this kingdom to still, function and keep going and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why do you want it?
Because this is what you know. You'd rather go to work and build up somebody else's 3, 4, 5 generational company.
Right. And they feel like this shit is normal too. The way we treat it. You know what I'm saying? They good with that. That's normal. Mm-hmm. We can deal with that.
And it's isolated.
Exactly. Right.
Till it hits
it ain't happened to us. You know what I'm saying? But
if you just comply.
Exactly. Right. But this was a good video.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As far as this white person, he seeing right, exactly.
Yeah.
He questioning and like, wait a minute.
If white supremacy was so fabulous, why is everything melting down? Why aren't we thriving like it was in the 80s and 90s? Why are things so bad under white supremacy?
Exactly.
Y'all can't blame nobody else for what's going on because this y'all country that y'all took over.
Right.
Y'all been running the show and you're losing.
Right. And then Iran tried to tell America like, oppression, your oppression is not going your oppression gonna defeat you. It's time out for, letting countries like you run the world now. Mm-hmm. You oppress people. You genocide people. You do all type of stuff that's not, humane.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's you gonna kill yourself off.
Yeah, self-sabotage.
Exactly, right.
You're gonna cut off your nose to spite your face.
Exactly.
And that's what this white man see.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of them see it, but a lot of them are so narcissists and they have that God complex. So they like, no matter how bad, like Venezuela. A lot of them had feelings about Venezuela, but in the same breath, shoot, we need what we need. Mm-hmm. So if we got to run up in there and kidnap him and take their resources, America first.
Right, exactly.
Like, how is that righteous?
Right.
And y'all say y'all believe in karma. Then that's not righteous.
Right.
Because that's going to come back to you.
Right. They hypocrites. What did Christ say about a hypocrite? He called them hypocrites. They having the belief of I can but you can't. Mm-hmm. Like, no, man, it's not. No. We got another video though, of these Caucasians. They see things that these other Caucasians that got this that have this prideful spirit. They don't see these people with these Caucasians with this prideful spirit. They don't see what these other people see that's trying to really save America, right? Mm-hmm. So let's look at this video and we'll be right back.
Okay, I said this before and I'll say this again. We're fucked. And we can't fucking get unfucked. Trump is keep fucking us. 250 years of a country. 47 different presidents. Trump has added more debt than any other fucking president. Out of the 40 trillion, he has added close to 12 trillion. Almost a third. The motherfucker is destroying our finances, destroying our future. Every motherfucking second of this fucking year, 2026, he has added 89 motherfucking $1,000 to our debt. While you're watching this fucking video, we just added another $5 million plus to our debt. We're fucked. Am I right or am I wrong?
And it's a good thing, you know what I'm saying, that they saying this themselves. Mm-hmm. Because we've been saying it. We've been talking about the crash and, you know what I'm saying, the debt and all that stuff. You know, all praise to the Most High for revealing this to us. But Stevie Wonder can see this shit right now. You know, and a lot of them people, they still holding on. A lot of our people holding on too. But at some point, they got to let go. But I don't think these people gonna let go.
Well, they're not gonna let go because they can't
Hell
fathom
no.
what it's like to not be on top.
Exactly.
They've been on top for so long, and they've been taught by their parents and great and grandparents and stuff that they are supreme. So they couldn't fathom of a life of not having it all.
Exactly right.
Damn, it was something I wanted to say.
Go ahead, think about it. I'm putting Lindsay comment out. Brother Lindsay said, "Is that Ernie's cousin Eric?" Hey, it might be, man.
That's a good one.
Oh man, but yeah, man, it's. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, that's what I just wanted to say as far as with everything that's been going on lately, but over the last couple of years, you gotta be a fool, and I hate to call our people fools, but you gotta be a fool to think one day something magical is gonna happen and everything gonna go back to normal. The price is gonna drop. You're gonna be able to get that house you wanted for a decent price. Iran them gonna forget about everybody they blew to smithereens.
Right.
And we're just gonna go back to normal.
Law got to America with the bombs, don't they?
Shout out to our son Law. America gonna get them bombs. You're right.
Yeah.
They gonna catch it. But to me it's crazy for your Brandon Tatums and your Jesse Lees and even your everyday people who don't have a platform to think like one day it's gonna go back. Like, what makes you even think that? Especially if you're a Christian, because you know what the Bible, you at least know the book of Revelation, a little bit of Jude, that talks about how bad things are gonna get. So for somebody to say, once we get this is the talking point. Once Trump get out of office,
then everything
gonna be okay.
Yep.
And I'm like, you know, everybody wake up at different times. That's a low level understanding because Trump ain't even the puppet master.
Nope.
He's the puppet.
Right.
Them dukes and them duchess who done had the wealth since the 1700s passed down, them the ones. The ones who when they sit down and eat dinner, it's a plate for Hashatan the devil.
Right.
They the ones.
Exactly.
Trump is a worker. He a overseer. He ain't nobody for real. Right. Because if he was, he would be in the background. We wouldn't even really see him like that. And know of him.
Exactly.
He's not no key player.
Right. That's a good point. And it's a good thing that you said that too, as far as, you know what I'm saying, people saying, okay, well, we just got 2 years and Trump, he'll be out of here or whatever, you know what I'm saying? my mother, she said the exact same thing. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause she mentioned this Democrat candidate or whatever, and she was like, I really like him, and it looked like, he talks real good and all that stuff. And I'm just shaking my head. You know what I'm saying? I got much love for my mother or whatever. Man, that's my girl right there. My mother, me and her got a real close relationship. And we bump heads at times. You know what I'm saying? And I be trying to give it a real, but it's like she don't want to hear it. But, I just told her like Ma, because I call her Ma. I be like, Ma, it ain't looking good for America, or it's not looking good for somebody else to come and take Trump place. Trump, we might not even America might not even last, you know what I'm saying, as far as Trump, the end of his presidency.
And he could pull a okie doke and not leave.
Exactly, right.
Because he done already talked about it.
Sad, because my mother, Trump, when she hear Trump,
her skin crawl.
Her skin crawl, right. Exactly. So, so it's like, a lot of people got that mindset. Mm-hmm. We got 2 more years. As long as we last these 2 more years, Trump, he'll be out. He done already been president 2 times. The presidents can only run for 2 terms. He gotta go. You know what I'm saying? And everything will be normal. I beg to differ. I don't want things to be so-called normal or whatever. That shit ain't normal.
Yeah, it ain't normal to be ruled and governed
by
another nation.
By another people, exactly.
With they face on the money.
Exactly. They just, and I don't know, some of y'all might have learned this, but they just signed it to where federal convicted criminals can get they gun license or whatever. They can get their gun rights back or whatnot.
Oh, praise.
You know what I'm saying? And it took them 30 years to do this. Now, if we go by their Constitution, the Second Amendment rights, you having a right, them rights shouldn't be infringed on. You should have the right to protect your family at all times. But they know what they was doing. It's you know what I'm saying? This is systematically,
A trap and a snare.
Exactly, right. Mm-hmm. So, it's we done with this system. You know what I'm saying? We can't wait for it to go, for us to not be under they, rulership and all that shit, man. We done.
We're not waiting on an election.
Exactly, right.
Or a midterm or primary. We have enough sense to understand that no matter what puppet they sit in that seat,
right,
that this country is ran by evil Satanists.
Exactly.
That abuse children, and I'm just gonna keep it there, y'all, as far as what I'm trying to say on that, who run the show around here.
Right. Exactly.
So we're not expecting something different if the country's still running the way it is, just because Trump may have to get out of office. We know that that's not. Forgive me, because it's so hard to kind of talk about stuff like this, because you have people who wake up at different times, so they honestly believe that that's gonna be a change or a difference, and it's like this is black people way of thinking, because anybody outside of black people would never forget what was done to your people, and you strategically wait to the right time to avenge. You think them people gonna forget all them bombs? Only black people and the Japanese, because they got their little money and just forgave America, and they got a whole military base over there in Japan, which is crazy to me. After they went nuclear on y'all.
Yeah.
But now y'all got a military base. So outside of black people and Japanese people, most other cultures are not forgiving when you unalive they people. They know that scripture, if they don't know nothing else, the eye for an eye. Exactly. So to think if Trump get out the way, these people they just gonna go back to living the way they was and just not want blood for blood. I will never understand people who foolish enough to think that other than grace and mercy, you're just now waking up and understanding. You know, we all wake up at different times. So you may not really know, but just common sense. Black people is taught that crap. Forgive them. Soon as somebody unalive your family member, first thing they stick a microphone in your face, do you forgive the person? What? Why would you even ask me that?
Right. Exactly.
Because it's a lose-lose no matter what I say, really. So that just baffles me, the whole... Because for things to go to normal, that means Iran need to forget about them girls.
They leader. they leader.
All
they
the
generals.
threats. That's what I'm saying. They gotta forget about all of that.
Yeah.
Everybody else in the Middle East, the Palestinians, Lebanon, they gotta forget about all them bombs that America enabled Israel to tear their stuff up, the bombers of the hospitals. They got to forget about all of that for things to go back to normal. Who's going to do that? Because their lives already been rocked.
Right. And then you got to think, like, what was it all for? What was this all for?
Yeah.
Like, how can a lot of these, Trump supporters, the America supporters and all that stuff, how could you justify the things that happened to these people? Like, what was the reasons? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And they get up and try to say that the mass weapons of destruction or whatever, and it comes out they didn't have mass weapon of destructions, and it's just like, oh, okay, well, nothing else to see here.
Oh, well,
they
back
gone.
to normal.
Yeah, we back to normal.
But that's a good question. So if they didn't have these weapons, then what was the real reason y'all went over there?
Facts.
Oh,
Facts.
it was, so we learned it was the poppy seeds.
Yeah.
Again, same thing. Resources.
Exactly.
Y'all got something over there we won't.
Yep.
Whoever is in charge of us said, y'all leadership got to go, a coup.
Yep.
So we got to come in there and
they
pay
ain't
some
doing
rebels.
what we want them to do, so you gotta go. Either you can get down or you can lay down.
They bomb the infrastructure and set them back decades, then make them take out loans to rebuild their own country. That's war for you.
Right.
But everybody's just supposed to forget about that and go on back living your life and taking out your mortgage and getting your little FHA loan and paying triple on a house that is even worth.
Right.
Trying to get some savings, never know when the economy gonna go crazy and your IRAs and all that stuff gets snatched from under you.
Right.
Ain't nobody finna overlook that.
Exactly. And we might look like the typical niggas,
Oh my.
but we've done our research. You know what I'm saying? We've been through a lot dealing with America, seeing the things that America does. We know the real. Mm-hmm. Plus, our Heavenly Father has opened our eyes and put the Spirit on us to be like, look at this. Look at this. Look. I'm showing you things.
There it is.
You know what I'm saying? I'm showing you things. Look, pay attention.
Take your feelings out of it.
Exactly right. Take your feelings out of it. Right. You're right.
Ignore the past generations telling you the American dream, and you can just pull yourself up by your bootstraps and look at her for what she really do.
Right. It says in the scripture, remember the days of old. Mm-hmm. You got to remember the days of old. Mm-hmm. We know who we dealing with here. Y'all can't fool us and all that stuff. Not like, man.
The deceiver.
Exactly right.
That's what they want to do.
Exactly. They want to deceive us and
They
keep
want
us
you to
under
think,
keep us under that spell.
Mm-hmm. Just put your head down, work your 40
Exactly
hours.
right. Don't you say nothing.
Enjoy your 2 days off.
Yeah.
After working 5.
Exactly.
You enjoy that 1 week paid vacation.
Exactly.
Out of 52
right.
weeks, you get 1.
Right.
You come get this mandatory overtime, and you fall out in this job, and we're going to roll you over and get the next dummy in your spot. And you should be grateful for that. It's people out here who ain't got no job.
Right. That's what I was just finna say. It's people, a lot of people losing their jobs. A lot of people losing their jobs. They losing their houses. They can't pay their rent. They can't pay their car notes. People people giving back their cars. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And you should be grateful to pay this $1,400 rent
yeah.
for this 2-bed, 2-bathroom. $1,400. You need to be grateful to pay that because you could be living in your car.
Yeah, exactly right. So you know it's
with a part-time job.
Right.
You got a 40-hour and you dashing.
Right. And then you know we can speak about the food every week as far as how much it costs. And then not only that, it's the fact that goddamn every time you look up, it's a food. We calling the goddamn food. Like in a minute we ain't gonna be able to eat shit. But some grass and shit. Like what the hell, man? I mean, like this shit is funny, but it ain't funny.
Right. It's just
you know what I'm
we
saying?
just calling it out for what it really is. Like, you mean to tell me I should be grateful for working 40 hours and doing something else on the side? I'm tired. But you got to do it because rent prices done skyrocketed. As much as they charging for some of these places, it should be criminal.
Yeah. It is. That's just crazy, man.
Customer service done went to hell.
Yeah. Yep.
And people out here crazy, and everybody got a gun looking to pull that trigger.
Yep. You ain't lying about that. It's been a lot of shootings and killings and all that stuff, and it's like, man, when are people gonna stop? When are they gonna stop?
America is it's imploding.
Yep.
It's so much stuff going on in so many different sectors and categories. It's like it takes the Most High for you to not lose your mind and stay grounded with everything that's going on around you.
Right. Facts.
Getting caught up in that. The school just started and they done arrested. I think they done arrested about 6 teachers. Y'all already know who it was. Doing stuff with them boys. They ain't got no business. Y'all already know them Karens. How they get down. Our teachers would never back in the day.
Right.
School just starting.
Exactly. Brother Rye, let me put this comment up. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm just laughing at your laugh.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Let it fall.
All praise.
Let this goddamn place fall. No, you can't get in the way. You get in the way, you gonna mess around and fall with it.
You Antichrist.
Right, exactly. You Antichrist, exactly.
You right.
You Antichrist. Hell yeah, brother Ryan.
All fall down.
I'm with you 200%. Shit. Let it fall, man. Hey, but look, we want to get your boy Ernie, the Edomite, on board, right?
Ernie and Eric.
Right. We'll be right back, y'all.
I don't like it here anymore. I don't want to be here. Can somebody please help me get out of here? I don't like this place anymore. It's not fun anymore. It's not even interesting anymore. It's a pain in my fucking ass. I hate being here. Somebody help me get out of here.
Ernie went out, y'all.
Hey,
Ernie know what the hell going on with this shit, right? Oh, but it's been good, y'all. You know, we appreciate y'all stopping through, Brother Rye, Brother Linzel, whoever else was, watching live. We appreciate y'all for, spending this time with us so we can talk about these things, enlighten each other. And prepare each other too. Again, like we gotta really get prepared. You know what I'm saying? Because things are happening.
And us too.
Right.
We talking to ourselves too. We got some things we need to up our game.
Yep.
On several areas in preparedness. So we ain't just talking to y'all. Some of y'all know we had to start over. So a lot of the things we had, we don't have no more, but it's worth the investment. When we get some extra money, we come together and we start knocking out different areas of things that we need. But even if you got to start small, little water here, little cans there, and then gradually,
shit all add up.
It will. So we talking to ourselves too. We was telling our oldest son who moved out. I was telling him about Indiana and telling him, get you some stuff up in your apartment You an hour away from us. If you can't get home, you need to have you some stuff. Don't be sitting up in your house with 1 bottle of water.
Right.
Don't do that, y'all. Get you some extra and don't drink it when you get low. Make that the water you don't touch. And the way I do it, because we used to go through that, I buy 5 gallons. Ain't nobody gonna open no 5 gallon.
Yeah.
So don't even play with an extra case, because you will mess around, get lazy, run out of water,
Drink
and you will
that
open
stuff.
it.
Right.
Go and
Exactly.
get you some 5 gallons.
Right. But we gonna go on and get up out of here, y'all. Again, we appreciate y'all. Keep the commandments. Keep your head on the swivel. Stay vigilant. And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and say shalom. Peace out, y'all.
Shalom, Zion.